Hello, this is Bob Hollis with the Mobius Network, and today's tutorial is on how to use ProjectFork, project management software that is built into the Kirk website. So, first thing I can do is log in. And once I log in, I'm going to be able to go to my profile. So if I go to membership and Kirk member profile, and now you can see here this is Community Builder, but within Community Builder we have a list of activities, ProjectFork activities, and ProjectFork projects. So it would show any projects that I'm involved in. I can look up other members, see what deadlines are, etc. And these this could be put on as a tab also, but that's a Community Builder feature. I just wanted to show that you can get into this and see it from the front end, right in your own calendar or in your own profile. And so from there you can look at your projects as well, and it would show any tasks that you have, and you could go in and update the tasks. In this case, we've got different projects set up for different committees, and each committee then goes in and tracks their projects. So this is what it looks like from the front end, and I'll spend a little bit of time out here, and then we can look at the back end as well, which gives you more heavy and specific options as an administrator. So we've got a dashboard. So this is a list of the projects, and you can see who founded them, whether or not they've got deadlines. We've got a dashboard here, and this is where I can see any of the tasks and things that I might be working on. So it will show my tasks and then my activity stream, or any activity stream on a project that I'm working on. If I had anything in the calendar, that would show, including deadlines and those types of things. I can pick a project, and so in this case I'm just going to stay right on Kirk website, and if I wanted to add a new milestone, I could do that, and that would be a milestone for the project that has some tasks that need to be completed up to that milestone. I could add a new task to that, and that's going to be pretty straightforward, but we'll take a look at it. So I just type in the title of the task, add it to a milestone if we had created one. Sometimes you're entering something that somebody asked you to do and you've already done it. So you want to get it on the record though, and you can just choose task complete as you're saving it. If you're talking through things with somebody and you're setting priorities, that's where you can include that. And then of course add a deadline if needed. And you can type in any information you like here. You can link to documents that we've uploaded in Document Manager. Link to an article, an image, read more, anything you like. You can see how that works. And then assign it to a person. So I can add member, and let's say the first is going to be me, and those are of the 3 people on this project. Now, if I wanted to add another, let's say I was also going to add Larry to something because we were working on it together, I could do that as well and add as many as I like. So I'm just going to cancel here though. And then files, if I need to upload a document, let's say there was a project that said we'd like you to insert this photo in this article on this page, then I can upload a document right into the system, and those files would be right here, and I'd have access to them at that point. So you would just click, you can create a folder and then new file, and it will walk you through uploading. You just browse to it, type in the description, and then you can attach it to a task. So like I said, if we had, say, uploading a photo, and then it was supposed to go in an article, it might go with this add more pictures, for example. And now I know when I go to do that task, it's going to show me the related files that help me accomplish my goal. Calendar that we discussed, here's where projects, milestones, tasks, and events can be added. So if you're working on anything and you want to work on them in particular days, you can add them to the calendar, and then they'll always show up for you. And any projects you're working on will all show. So if you've got tasks from 3 different committees, and it's not easy to log in for each different one to go look, you don't need to worry about that. They'll all show up on your calendar, and they'll show up on your personal dashboard. So you can, include as many people as you want in cross-link committees. Here's where you can have a discussion group. So it's like a forum for the project. Great place to keep track of communications. You create groups here, and then those groups can be invited and given different access levels. I won't get too deeply into that right now. I think it's you understand what I'm saying. You're already using it in a similar fashion, I think. And then here is individual users that we have on the project. In this case, Alec, myself, and Larry from KAB. So that's how this all works in the front end. And then you can add a new user, import users, set access levels, see who might have requested to join the project, or delete people. And then up here too, I've got my personal settings. Now this is another example of where it works with Community Builder. We have ProjectFork set up so that if somebody uploads their own avatar into Community Builder, then that avatar will automatically be imported into ProjectFork or show in ProjectFork whenever they're using that system or part of a project. So that's what the front end looks like. Now, how do we make all that happen from the back end? So if I go to the admin panel, and I'm already logged in here on the admin panel. So this is the control panel you see when you log in. You would go to Components and ProjectFork. And now from within ProjectFork, it will look similar, but you'll see you've got the whole page to work with here. So my dashboard shows, again, projects or tasks. If I wanted to go to projects, there's several ways to do it. Here's one where I can list everything. And again, in this particular use, we're using, instead of projects, we're using committees and putting tasks for each committee. Now that was the decision to do. Instead of creating groups with different projects, it was do it the other way, which works fine apparently. But anyway, that's why it's set up a little bit unusually for a project manager. And then if I went to tasks, it would show any of my tasks. And if I had something that was undone, suggestion box, I can complete it and then click here. I think I already did that. If not, I will. But you can click this, and once I clicked that it was complete, it would notify every other person on the project. So you don't have to then send out a separate email. Hey, I did this. Hey, Larry, I did this. Alec, I did this. Or sometimes you're working with 15 or 20 people on a group or in a committee. So this way, if I add a task to the project, everybody gets an email saying this task was added, this is the person responsible, this is the deadline. If I complete a task, then everybody gets a notification showing that that task is done. And of course, when they log in and look at the project, they can see that it's done as well. I can take a look at any of the files associated with the projects. It looks like we don't have any uploaded here. And again, calendar, discussion, groups, users. And the one thing that's different back here for an administrator is configuration. So if I were to configure, then you can see all the different things that you can do with it. Display settings, whether or not to hide the Joomla template, security, permissions, different things for clocks and avatars, debug settings. Just a point of caution, you generally do not want to enable debugging because debugging will sometimes display code and it gives people a way to figure out how to hack your site. Not in every case, but it's a caution worth taking note of. So that is ProjectFork. It's a really powerful tool to help groups work together. You can see all the different things that you can do with it back here. It's highly customizable, all completely open source, and so there are also things available on the web to help you with getting information. Here are panels, so if you don't like the way something's laid out, that's where you can control all of this. If you have somebody working on a project, you can actually have them come in and time track by task. So each task they'll put in that it's complete and how much time it took, and then you can just use that for the total billable hours for the month. Processes, pretty straightforward. These are the things we've got working. These are mods. We don't have anything in there right now. Languages and different themes that are available. So just your visual outlook. And then if you'd like additional information, you can go to ProjectFork.net, and that's just spelled ProjectFork, one word, .net. And once you get there, you can see right here on the home page what you'll see when you first log in. There's the free download button. There are some add-ons available. I probably have them, so before you ever purchase anything, check with me. I built the site, and if I purchase them once, I have a right to use them according to the license on as many sites as I like. It's open source. So if I go to Home, Tour, Demo, etc., you can see all the different options that are here to get assistance. And I wouldn't know where to tell you to start. It depends on what you're looking for. So let's see. Forums are always helpful. If you're running into a problem, you can go in and search a forum and see if anybody else has encountered the same thing. And I know there's a place here as well with full support. Let's see here. Well, I'm not going to delay our video here to find that specific page. Actually, if I just go back, I think I was on it. Right, so it's on the download page. Once I went to the download page, it brought up all this information. And from here, you see also the different screenshots, so you can take a tour and learn a lot more about how it can be used. But it's already all set up on the website, so you shouldn't have to do too much with it other than use it frequently and then figure out ways to put it to use to help everybody work together more efficiently. So that covers ProjectFork. If you have any questions, it's again Bob at themobiusnetwork.com. Thanks and have a great day.